Severe weather is about to explode across the Midwest, Illinois, and Indiana. We're talking about powerful storms, damaging winds, and even the potential for tornadoes. All while temperatures skyrocket into the 80s, 90s, and even near 100 degrees. So in this video, I'm going to tell you what you need to know about this next setup. So let's start off with day 2 outlook here. This is for Thursday, and we have an enhanced risk. This is for Thursday, and we have an enhanced risk. We're looking at the possibility for damaging winds and hail. I will show you that. Make sure to stick around as we're going to be talking about these temperatures that are going to be rising across the south. And that's actually going to create the potential for these storms to develop, as we're going to have that warm, moist air coming up into the Ohio Valley across Illinois and Indiana and parts of Ohio and Michigan. So our main threat is going to be wind and hail. We have a 30% chance for hail and wind, so expect the possibility of 70-mile-per-hour winds and hail up to 2 inches in diameter. That is what I expect for you guys. And for our tornadoes, we do have a 5% chance for our tornadoes here, and this is going to set up the pattern, or this is going to set up for supercells to develop across. Mainly what I'm looking at is Indiana. I'm really worried for you guys. I wouldn't be surprised if they put a little 10% risk in there for tornadoes on Thursday. An overall look at this, the main people in this threat are going to be Fort Wayne, Indiana, Aurora, Illinois, Naperville, Illinois, Juliet, Illinois. All you guys are going to be in the threat, and we have 10 million people in this enhanced risk. And even over there in Chicago, I see you guys. Make sure to get prepared for this storm, as this storm is going to cause multiple problems across the Ohio Valley. Let's take a look at our temperatures, as this is going to be very warm over the next month here. We're going to have a lot of high temperatures, some people reaching up to the 100s. If you guys live in northern Texas, Kansas, and northern Texas, southern Kansas, and Oklahoma, you guys are all going to be in the threat for some very high temperatures, which is definitely going to create the problem for heat stroke. So if you guys see any of the signs of heat stroke, basically fatigue, tiredness, dizziness, that is an emergency, and you need to call 911 right away, as that is not a very good thing at all. Speaking of being hot out there, it's not only going to be hot, we're going to have a lot of humidity out there, and we're going to have a lot of moisture. It's going to be fueling these storms tomorrow. Some people are going to be up into the 60s for their dew points. This is really going to fuel some of those supercells, which could produce some tornadoes, as I talked about. So make sure to stick around, as we are definitely going to be talking about this severe weather. Let's go through our precipitation radar, and as you can see here, we're definitely going to have these systems coming down, and then we got those troughs. That's going to be bringing some severe weather back in here into the Ohio Valley. Places like Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, all of you guys are possibly going to see a multi-day severe weather outbreak later this week. We could even have a little bit of a snowstorm. So you guys are going to be seeing this pattern where you get thunderstorms, then it gets cold, and it warms right back up. Then you get thunderstorms, then it gets cold. You're going to be seeing that pattern, and some of you could even be seeing snow after some of these storms, especially if you live back here into Missouri, Iowa, Illinois, and even down into Kansas and Nebraska. All of you guys are going to be in the threat for some possible snow, and that is something I'm going to be watching. This is our composite reflectivity, so this is basically just our radar, but it's more pixelated, so it has more pixels in it, and it definitely gives you a higher understanding of where some of these storms could develop. I will show you guys some of these supercells that will be developing here across the Ohio Valley over the next week or two, and you can see a little bit of a front there. Be some severe weather in the south maybe later this week. So definitely I will be watching these systems as they come through, so make sure to stick around. Make sure to like and subscribe. More updates, as I will be tracking all the storms that roll through. This is our supercell composite, so this is where we could see some of those supercells develop here across the Ohio Valley, and even some supercells could develop in the south here, as you'll see in a second. Now we're just gonna have these systems that keep creating the possibility for tornadoes. So this is something I'm definitely going to be watching over the next couple weeks. This is our convective available potential energy, aka our CAPE. This is basically how much thunderstorm energy we could have over the next little bit here. We could be getting up to 2,000 joules per kilogram up here, which is way more than enough for these storms to develop. Again, I'm mostly worried for people in Indiana, especially if you live in western parts of Indiana. You guys are definitely going to have that potential for some of those storms to develop. That's about it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.